welcome back to the Push to Pass F1 podcast. We do understand we've taken a break last week. We felt there wasn't that much to talk about in the news of, well, the world of F1. We had quite a quiet week. There's been quite a quiet break, actually, apart from, obviously, the Verstappen to Mercedes stuff, so we just thought we'd have a week off. But now we are back with our Spa preview and predictions, and we also have a bit of a fun idea which has caused me and Reef some headaches for the past day, which we'll do later on. But Reef, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm feeling good. Last week I felt really guilty that we didn't do an episode. It's our first week missed.
Yeah, I know. Shocking. Well, you missed about three, so...
Well, it was our first as a pod. Yeah. I mean, collectively we've done pretty well so far.
Looking to Spa. Excited? Fan of it? No fan? Hate fan?
I really like Spa. I know you're not the biggest fan of it.
No,
I think you said it was overrated.
I'm very mixed on it because I think they put it in at the wrong time of the year.
Why?
Because the trend I seem to notice with Spa, at least one session gets ruined by rain, and then that could extend to like two or three, because they tend to do it in towards like the middle or end of like the summer in Europe, when I think this should be like where Barcelona is, and they should swap them to run.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, I would say that it doesn't matter and rain adds to it, but these days they don't really race in the rain, do they?
No, they see rain, everyone goes and plays Uno and stuff. No, Spa I think is a very fun track and a very good track. It's just sometimes it can be a bit of like just DRS central.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a few years ago when Max was like 20 mile an hour quicker on the straights than everyone out of DRS range. So if you've got, I mean, I can imagine the McLarens are going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to not probably get a 1-2.
I think Lando's going to be really good, I think.
Oh, that's just brought a thought into my mind. When you said about the big speed advantage, apparently there's been some news regarding next year's engines, and apparently Mercedes are like quite far ahead of everyone else, and Red Bull's Ford partnership is sort of in the mud.
I mean, Red Bull, I mean, I'm kind of loving it.
It's
also,
the downfall is here.
It's massive. I can't believe it.
I just realised we haven't even spoke about Horner.
Oh yeah, because it happened the day after we recorded.
Yeah, right. Scrap Spa for a minute. We'll talk about Christian Horner being sacked. So if you've been living under a rock, or if you don't watch F1 news at all, Christian Horner has been sacked by Red Bull. Immediate thoughts from that was that it was potentially a bit of a rash decision, and they should have probably done it at the start of the year if they did want to get rid of him.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of disagree with rash decision, because it's been in talks for probably like a year. When was the whole controversy with his PA? That was a while ago now.
Was it the start of last year?
It was at some point, because I remember I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna sack him.
I remember
didn't.
Right, so a bit of context to viewers. Me and Reef used to write for the same publication, and we got like legal warnings to not access the Google Drive, even though we all had access to it.
I forgot about that.
Those were a tense couple of hours.
Literally straight away, as soon as he got sacked, in one of the group chats I'm in, just got dropped in straight away, the Google Drive.
Oh, it was all over Twitter.
I was like, oh yeah, there it is.
People were just retweeting the Sky like announcement with just the link and be like, oh, here you go, here's why he's been sacked.
You become a different man when you see Christian Horner's nipple.
The infamous file 76 or whatever it is. But no, Laurent Mekies steps in to replace him, which I think is actually quite a sensible decision.
It makes, as you say, it makes sense.
He not only is it like the right sort of progression from VCAP to Red Bull, he also just seems like quite a solid leader. That if they did want to potentially bring someone else in, they could at the end of the year. But he'll be solid enough to sort of keep it running.
He was at Ferrari for a good few years. I mean, he's been in the sport like 30 years. So I think it was a good shout. I mean, people were saying Seb but I just don't think that's the right sort of time. Or,
I
I
I
mean, you wouldn't want to give it to Marco.
No, I. That's what my biggest fear was. I was expecting to just read helmet. Marco takes the helm, and it goes to absolute pot. But no, I think Seb is destined for Marco's role eventually.
Yeah, yeah, but I just don't rush it, I think.
No, and it's going to be so weird not having Christian Horner in the sport. Like, love him or hate him, he is F1 furniture, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he is. And like ever since I've been alive, he's been about, obviously. So it will be a bit strange, but I can't say I'll miss him.
No, he encapsulates what Drive to Survive has done to the sport, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Drive to Survive has been a great thing for the sport, but probably personally a bad thing for Horner because he was always in it, and I think it made me dislike him more, and I think a lot of people are the same.
Yeah, I think he tried to play up. I think he tried to have the same like sort of effect of what like Gunther Steiner had, but it sort of worked in the complete opposite. But yeah, no Horner. Apparently, it was to do with the Red Bull higher ups and Max Verstappen at a meeting with Horner.
Yeah, well, I've not heard anything properly, but I remember when it came out, everyone was like, it's either Max has signed with Mercedes, so they've sacked him because he should have kept Max, or Max has said sack Horner, or I'm leaving.
I think he's just said sack Horner, I'm leaving, and he's still gonna leave.
Honestly, I would not be surprised in the slightest if that is true.
Because
But I mean, I'm on the fence of it was his job to keep Max, and he's failed to do so because I do think Max and Mercedes is going to happen.
yeah, I think that was sort. I think because they said it was due to the decline in performance. I think that was just their get out of jail free card of like, oh, we've got an excuse, let's do it now.
Realistically, there should be no reason why they've just lost the reigning champion. They've had the best car for a few years, four on the bounce. I mean, think of all the clauses in his contract, and they've still dropped the ball enough where he's been able to leave his contract if it happens.
When it happened.
Yeah.
What quite an interesting thing is people have been saying what's next for Christian Horner. What do you think?
Uh, Genuinely, I can't see him being team principal ever again
No,
for anyone.
I think it's I think if he comes back into the sport, it will like the sort of bad. I'm not going to say like background, but the sort of like bad
Yeah.
headlines that have been around him, I think could come back, and it'll be like instead of people saying like, "Oh, Christian Horner, F1 legend, comes back," it'll be like, "Oh, like disgraced Red Bull TP comes back."
I think we'll see him on Sky. He's going to be a pundit, I think. I think that's probably
Him
the
and Nico
logical route.
Rosberg.
Throwing Danica Patrick. You got like the worst, like, uh, Christ.
No,
What's
I do agree. To be fair, I think punditry would be good for him. Or to be fair, he could go on a mental one and try like have his own team or something.
No chance. Or actually, no. Have Cadillac announced who's going to be their TP?
Um,
I think they have.
I think they said it was someone, but everyone was like, realistically, it's going to be Mario Andretti.
Imagine though if they just signed like Horner, maybe not even as TP, but just in the background.
Cadillac team principal is Graham Loden.
Right.
No idea who he is. Let me have a look. Graham Loden. He's a British businessman and entrepreneur.
I mean, it's a
wa-
funny thing.
He was the CEO of Virgin and Marussia Formula One team.
I wouldn't even have that on my CV. That negatively affects his chances of getting a job. I no, it'd be interesting to see though if he did go back into the sport because obviously Horner was, as far as I know, he's been their only team principal, isn't he?
Yeah,
Red Bull.
he was there for 25 years, I think.
So he was like thrusted into the position, just told to do it. He knew different. They knew no different. So it'd be interesting to see how good he actually is.
You've also got to
Do you get
think
what I mean?
he's obviously from like a leadership point of view very well in the way he was able to recruit like Newey, Verstappen,
Yeah.
Vettel, everyone like that.
I mean, I think he's one of those, and he's Marmite.
Yeah, you have love him.
So, no, I don't think we'll see him back. I think he's done.
Yeah, it'll be sad for Drive to Survive. But for the general sort of following, especially from like outside of a British point of view, I think people will welcome it.
Yeah.
Right, Spa predictions. A track which is very dangerous, and I think we were speaking before, the weather is going to be a bit bad. Let me have a look. Spa weather and forecast. Friday is set for light showers and highs of 20 degrees, with Saturday being similar temperature, mostly cloudy all day. Sunday is forecast for more showers across the day. So we could have rain, which means we won't get a race again.
Well, if that happens, then...
If that happens, I'm stopping this podcast and going to watch tennis.
Yeah, I mean, I get it when it's like heavy, heavy rain in a race, you know, all the mist and the spray. I get it. But like the race like Silverstone the other week, realistically, should that have gone in the safety car?
I had actually someone we did a debate with this with someone in our TikTok comments said about like we spoke about whether rookies were becoming worse because they don't race in the rain, and someone was like, I think they're becoming too like lenient on safety, but then also you've got to understand like they probably need to do something to change how much spray comes off. And then I said about the spray guards, and people were like, yeah, but then doesn't that actually ruin like actual open wheel racing until they technically become closed wheel?
Yeah, I mean the spray guards, they'd then look like they'd look a bit like IndyCar then, wouldn't they?
Yeah, kind of.
If they had like the guards on the side of the wheels. I mean, I don't think it ruins open wheel racing, but it is just another part for people. Like they'd be like such a domino effect. It's another part for people to replace because they'd be damaged all the time. It's just another part to make. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's like another expense for people to build, and also it'll probably make crashes worse because that's it's another piece of the car to come off quite easily.
If it comes flying off and hits someone, or do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't see that happening. But I must argue, I'm not harping on about it, but people used to manage before. So why suddenly have they decided that mist is just like a no-go?
Surely there's ways that, like technology and stuff. I'm not saying to put like sensors or something where like you can tell if a car's braking heavily in front of you, but surely we can make like rain lights brighter or something.
I mean, I think they're bright enough, aren't they? Like you can see
like,
them.
You can see them, and then people will be like, "Oh my god, I didn't see them out of nowhere." And you're like, well, you did. You just didn't react quick enough.
Honestly, mate, I don't think there'll ever be a solution. I think what will end up happening is they will just stop racing in the rain.
That is not fun because, like, Silverstone this year was only as good as it was because of the wet weather. And
it just levels the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like Spa can also be a case of that. Like, and it's even better with Spa because Spa is such a big track. The like rain affects it so differently. Like, say with an Austria's a really tight track. If it rains in like turn one, it's more than likely to like rain at the end of the lap. But with Spa, if it's raining in turn one, you're probably going to have a dry like sector 3. So it's completely different. And I just want to see more wet weather racing because this sport has become woke.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the word, but I do agree.
Oh no, F1 has fully become woke, and I'm not here for it.
No, I suppose it's just the new normal.
TikTok fan edits. That's woke.
Oh, what did I see the other day? I saw one, and it was a woman who was a Lando Norris fan, and she blatantly copied the way that he laughs.
Yeah, I saw that, and someone commented underneath like, "Oh my god, I love the Lando laughs." It's like, oh no.
And I'm just like, at that point, I mean, what are we actually doing here? What is the plan?
What is the reason?
So,
right, predictions, qualifying. Give me your top 3.
I do think Lando Norris is firm favourite.
Yeah, he is quite quick on Spa, isn't he?
I mean, half Belgian himself, so
Half the Belgian.
a little bit of an advantage. No, I'm joking, it's not. But I do think he always goes well around there.
He always usually has a good helmet for Spa as well.
So I can see him being clear favourite. And as you said, I think it'll be hard for McLaren not to 1-2. So I'll go Norris, Piastri, and I mean Max
This
goes well around Spa. It all just depends what the car's saying.
this is my dilemma. I feel now there is such a gap between McLaren and everyone else that Ferrari are quite awful. Mercedes just don't seem to work in any sort of positive temperature, and Red Bull are just Red Bull.
Well, it's not going to be warm, is it? So Mercedes should be all right.
Yeah, but they just. I don't get how you can have a car which works at like 20 degrees but doesn't work at 21 degrees.
I mean, if we got a wet race again, then obviously Mercedes' strategy was absolutely appalling for Silverstone.
Hey, if we got a wet race again, put Nico Hulkenberg on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, but I think at this point I'm backing Russell over Verstappen for a P3.
I was going to say Piastri pole, Lando second, and then it's between, for me, George or Max, because I think both Ferraris aren't quick enough, and I do not back Charles Leclerc in the rain at all. And Antonelli is still a bit like hit and
He's
miss.
too raw.
Yeah, he's a bit hit and miss in the rain, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
And in a place like Spa, you don't want to be like the kamikaze kid just crashing his brains out, because if he pushes too much, he will.
I will go with P3. I'll go George.
Yeah.
I've just flipped the 1-2. Race 1-2-3.
I mean, depending on the weather, it literally could be anything. But I'll go with a McLaren 1-2 again, and I'll stick with Norris first, Piastri second, and then P3. It could literally be anyone's, but we'll go with. Do you know if it rains?
Here we go.
Lewis Hamilton.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
He's good in the wet. He's arguably top 2 drivers in the wet, I'd say, on the grid. On his day. And I mean the Ferrari's decently quick, isn't it?
They finished.
I'm thinking for the straights.
They finished like 30 seconds behind in Britain, I think.
Yeah, but ignore that.
I'll go with. I think Oscar's gonna win. I'll go Lando P2, and I'm gonna go with Max P3, just because I think Max is. If it does rain, Max is the best wet weather driver on the grid.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, random prediction. Actually, give me a biggest winner and a biggest loser first.
Oh God, I hate this bit. Biggest winner will be Christian Horner when Max puts it in the wall. No, biggest winner will be Toto Wolff, because Max is going to sign the contract on the Monday, and then the biggest loser is going to be all the rookies if it rains.
Well, it's summer break after this, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
God.
That's when it's going to go down.
Next week's episode could be chaos.
I do think we'll get a late announcement though. Well, relatively late. I think it'll be late September. I got a feeling.
I think it'll be like midway through.
Fair.
So they'll like take next week, because it's 3 weeks in it, and then they're back at like the back end of August. So I reckon they'll be, because when's the Dutch Grand Prix?
I don't know. I think it's going to be later, just because Max's contract is going to be a nightmare, I imagine. So they're going to have to wait a while.
The Dutch, yeah, it goes Belgium, then we've got Hungary on the 3rd of August. Oh, so we got Hungary next weekend, actually. And then we have the Dutch Grand Prix on the 31st of August. I think it'll be announced in and around the Dutch Grand Prix, because think of the hype that'll build.
That's true. That is true.
Which one do we do? Biggest winner or biggest loser?
We did both.
Biggest winner, I will go with Sauber. I'm going to back them to get points again. And biggest loser, I will go with Fernando Alonso.
What is that?
I just think, he's been riding a bit of a high recently, and I'm not fully convinced with that Aston Martin.
Fair enough.
So I can see like a low quality, low race sort of result. Random prediction, go.
Colapinto crashes again.
Colapinto gets sacked.
Yeah, he could do.
I mean, we've still got time. We're filming this on a Wednesday, so they could still bring someone in by Thursday.
If it's anything like 2 weeks ago, then massive news will break tomorrow, and we'll be like, oh my God, why didn't we just wait a day?
My random prediction is Ooh. I don't know. Two drivers from the same team are crashing into each other. I'm going for a U approach.
Fair enough. Just wishing the worst on absolutely everyone.
Right, moving away from Spa, this one is going to be interesting, and some of you might hate this.
I've been waiting for this.
We have decided to do a fantasy F1 grid. So we've got 11 teams and 22 drivers. The stipulations being the teams can't be on the grid currently, but they can be past teams, and drivers can't be current drivers, but they can be past drivers. Right, do you want to name your 11 teams first, and then we'll go through drivers?
Okay. Right. So, like, for example, if you didn't pick that up, we can't just, like, pick Haas to be a team.
Yeah, like, we can't say Ferrari and go, Verstappen and Norris.
But, for example, you could say Renault.
Yeah. They did cross my mind, but I thought no.
So, I've got,
Renault.
for my 11 teams, I've got Toyota.
Oh, good shout.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Audi. I know it's a bit of a cheat.
Yeah,
but
I'll give you it.
They're not here yet. Renault.
Yeah.
BMW.
Yeah.
Porsche.
Oh, I like that one.
Cadillac. I know it's a bit, but they're not here yet, so I'm allowing it. Hyundai.
Oh, interesting.
Or, as you're supposed to say it, Hyundai. Honda.
Yeah.
Braun F1.
Oh, bring him back.
And Nissan.
Oh, right. I have got... so I start with a non-manufacturer. I've got Prima. Lamborghini.
Yeah, I like that.
Honda. BMW. I've got Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
Mazda. Porsche. Maserati. Ford. Jaguar and Lotus.
I love the Jag shout.
I was thinking like proper early 2000s HSBC sponsor.
I was going to say, did they have 7-Up at one point?
Yeah, Jaguar is the Red Bull, no?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Give me your first team.
Right,
so, quick stipulation from everyone. We debated this for about an hour this morning. A lot of these drivers are picked on vibes, and some of them are picked to do with like nationality or some sort of affiliation. But I think about 50% of mine are vibes.
Mine aren't gonna we're not gonna get any new fans from this. I'll go in the different order now. I'll go from, I did top to bottom, I'll do bottom to top. So for Nissan, which you kind of gave a funny look, but my thought process was Oliver Rowland's just won Formula E with Nissan.
I forgot they were in Formula E.
So I've gone for Oliver Rowland in his Nissan, and I've gone for Antonio Felix da Costa.
Ooh.
Also from Formula E.
Yeah, it was a full Formula E. Right, I'll start with Prima. And I've gone for this is probably my like most rogue one. For Prima, I've gone with Valentino Rossi and Marc Marquez.
What? Right, I get the Rossi shout because obviously he drives cars.
Yeah, and he tests with Ferrari. The Marc Marquez thing is fully, it's the F1 equivalent of like, could a footballer do it in a different league?
I mean, he's so loose on a motorbike. I couldn't imagine what he'd be like on four wheels.
Can you imagine them two as teammates?
I mean, they hate each other first of all, so it's not.
I'm telling you, vibes.
If you don't know why Rossi and Marquez hate each other, just search. I think it's Malaysia 2015 or whatever, and just have a look for yourself.
Right, my next lineup I'll do it after you, but I've got a lineup you will love.
I've got my next one is Braun.
Yeah.
Obviously went 1-for-1 in their season. Obviously won a championship with Jenson Button. I've gone for Arvid Lindblad and Felipe Drogovic.
Well, so you're just recreating Braun.
I've done this.
I've gone for
a Brit and a Brazilian.
I thought you were going to go Braun. They've gone 1-for-1, so bring back Jenson Button and Rubens back.
I was gonna like, I tempted to bring back Jenson Button, but I decided not to.
Right, this lineup is a bit of you, right? Honda. I've gone with Kamui Kobayashi and Ayumu Iwasa.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I sort of went for the Super Aguri full Japanese lineup.
Yeah. So I completely forgot about Iwasa, otherwise he'd have got in, because my predicament was with Nissan. And I ended up going for, to be honest, a bloke I've never heard of, but he's won Super Formula 2 years in a row. But I decided I don't even know him. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, so I'll go with Felix da Costa. But if I'd have remembered Iwasa, he'd have been in.
Yeah, so I've gone with Honda full Japan lineup, which I think would actually be quite a good lineup because Kobayashi is just cult hero and Iwasa is sort of he did decently in Formula 2.
He did really. Where even is he now?
I think he might be in Super Formula Iwasa.
Shall I quickly do my Honda lineup just to match up?
Yeah, go on.
I've gone for Guan Yu Zhou.
Oh,
Just because I didn't know where to put him, to be
Yep.
honest. And Colton Herta, because he's Honda powered.
hey.
Pretty sure he's Honda powered, isn't he?
Yeah. He's
So-
Gamebridge Honda.
Yeah. So I've gone for them too, which I was quite pleased with that one.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do them in order of like ones right. I will go with my Lotus shout, which is utterly chaos. I've gone with Alex Dunn and Dan Ticktum.
Joe, that's so weird. So my Lotus shout is Alex Dunn and Nick De Vries.
Oh, yeah, I went for chaos. Alex Dunn, Dan
I was
Ticktum.
going to say, Dan Ticktum, he's just going to crash into it.
Dan Ticktum will never ever get anywhere near a Formula 1 circuit, but I feel Alex Dunn could.
Oh, I think Alex Dunn will make F1.
Yeah.
I think he's getting there.
Whether
But
he's there
it's
for
weird
long.
that we both put him Lotus. So I'll do mine next. I'll do my Cadillac shout just because it's boring. This one is, I mean, he has literally said that he doesn't want to go to F1 now, but I'm still putting him in. I've put Alex Palou
Yeah.
and Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, right. I will go with my sort of American shout of Chevy. I've gone with Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward.
Oh, it's not far off, really.
I think Pato is Chevrolet powered. And I think Alex isn't. I think Alex Palou is Honda.
Yeah, I think he is as well. Isn't he Chip Ganassi?
I'm sure he is, yeah. And
Which is, I
Pato's
think so.
obviously McLaren.
Interesting. Do you want to go next?
Ooh, who do I want to go with? I will go with my... I will go with my Mazda shout. I've gone with Marcus Ericsson,
Yeah.
rolling back the years, and Nick Cassidy.
Do you know what? That's weird. I considered putting Nick Cassidy in.
I've wanted to see Nick Cassidy in Formula 1 for a while. People who are potentially newer to F1, and especially newer to sort of feeder series, Nick Cassidy was once held to quite a high regard in the fact he raced in, I think, F3 and maybe F2, but he did DTM as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just a really good all-rounder. And I think what went against him was his age. He was slightly older.
Yeah, he won Super Formula, didn't he?
Yeah, so he's just an all-rounder. He's done like most series now.
Yeah, he did. He did the Total Racing Series, which is like Australia and New Zealand like event. He did European Formula 3. He did All Japan Formula 3, Super GT, Super Formula, and DTM. And now he's in Formula E.
Yeah, and he's done World Endurance, I think.
Yeah, and Marcus Ericsson is quite... I think he was dealt quite a bad hand in Formula 1. He's won the Indy 500 in IndyCar, and he's just all-round quite sound.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense.
It may be the next one.
We'll go for Hyundai.
Hyundai!
I've gone for Paul Aron
Oh, I forgot about him.
and Danny Ricciardo.
You actually put Daniel Ricciardo back on the grid.
I did, yeah.
Right, spoiler, I haven't.
Oh, wow. I thought you would as well.
There's no... Because Hyundai is South Korea, isn't it?
Yes.
I can't think of any South Korean drivers.
My thinking, though, that if you're wondering why I put them on there, is they do WRC and World Endurance, I think. But they do WRC and they're really good.
I know they definitely, because they're one of the main stakes in WRC.
And they're pulling out of WRC this year. So I was just like...
Whack them in Formula 1.
Yeah, why don't they invest in a Formula 1 team instead?
I will go with my BMW shout. I've gone with a full German lineup of Mick Schumacher and Pascal Wehrlein.
Interesting. I'll do my BMW shout. I've gone for Valentino Rossi and Robert Kubica.
Valentino Rossi currently races for BMW, doesn't
He does, and obviously Robert Kubica used to.
he? Yeah.
So that was my thought process there.
I did want to try sneak Kubica in it. I just think from what we saw of him last time, I don't want like people to have another bad image of him.
Now he's riding a wave now, riding the crest of a wave.
Yeah, you could do the Triple Crown.
Exactly. And then I may as well do my Porsche lineup because you stole that.
Oh, I've got Porsche.
I've gone for Pascal Wehrlein and Mick Schumacher.
Yeah, to be fair, same as BMW, all German, right?
Yeah.
Porsche, I've gone with Fred Vesti and Colton Herta.
Oh, I like the Fred Vesti shout.
Yeah, spoiler, it was between him and Richard Verschoor, and I just don't really rate Richard Verschoor that highly.
He's the only reason why he's top of F2 is because he's done it for about 10 years.
It's because he's probably a seasoned veteran in there. And Colton Herta, he was linked with F1 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Do you know, for a completely open thing, we've got kind of similar results.
It's sort of just picking the best drivers from like reasonable series.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get my last boring one out the way. I think this was pretty boring. I've gone for Renault, and I've got Théo Pourchaire and Victor Martins.
I wanted to put Victor Martins in, but I couldn't think of anything to fit him. And I forgot Théo Pourchaire was a thing. Right, I'm trying to think of the ones I've done. Hang on. I've done you. Done you.
I've got 2 left, so.
Done you. And that means I should have either 2 or 3. Done you. Done. Done. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
How have we managed that? I've jumped right ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, somewhere. Right. I will go. Oh no, I don't. I have 3. I didn't do my latest one.
Catch up to me. Do one.
I will go with my Maserati shout. I've gone with Leonardo Fornaroli and Robert Schwartzman.
I like the Italian with Maserati. Yeah. That makes sense.
Fornaroli is also he's showing pretty good potential in Formula 2. And Robert Schwartzman, I think, is one of the best feeder series drivers we've seen who hasn't reached the top because he's Russian, unfortunately.
Well, he's Russian, and then bless him, he changed his flag, and now he's Israeli.
Yeah,
he's like the most unlucky driver of all time.
Bless him. Didn't Mazepin race under an unaffiliated, where he raced under an international?
He wasn't allowed. It was ruled all sport that you weren't allowed to represent Russia.
You had to race under you had to represent under a neutral standpoint, and I think they just had him down as international.
Schwartzman must be fit for giving up at this point.
He's doing okay in IndyCar. It's just the Prema currently in IndyCar doesn't really know how to be a car for more than about 3 laps.
Right. So the 2 I have left are Audi and Toyota. What do you have?
I've got Lamborghini, Ford, and Jag.
Right. Who have you got for Jag?
For Jaguar, I have Dino Beganovic of Formula 2, and I have Scott McLaughlin of IndyCar.
Interesting. I was looking at putting Beganovic in the Hyundai.
I love Dino Beganovic.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's a rogue shout.
No, I just think he's one of those F2 drivers where I think the first season will be a bit underwhelming, and then season 2, season 3, if he needs it, he'll grow further and further.
Fair.
And then Scott McLaughlin is just been a mainstay in IndyCar for a couple of years. And
is he the one who's really good? I don't really watch IndyCar.
He's the one where you can you could put him anywhere on the grid and he'd probably have about a 50% chance of winning.
Right.
He's not Alex Palou is comfortably the best driver in IndyCar, but he's a bit older, but he's also just a bit more mental. He will fully sling one up the inside from about a mile back.
Oh, I love it.
Did he? Let me just check. You might have seen a crash of his. Oh, crash. If I'm thinking of the right person, I might be thinking of someone else. Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else. There was an IndyCar crash where someone rolled about 13 miles, and I thought it was him. So I've got Ford and Lamborghini left. I don't know why I put Lamborghini down.
Right, tell me your Lamborghini one, and then I'll say one of mine.
My Lamborghini is probably my worst one. I've gone with Pepe Marti and Luke Browning.
I've got this there. That stinks. That does stink.
It was just people from Formula 2 I wanted to see.
Yeah, fair enough. my next two, well, my final two, are both interesting. So for Audi, I've got Antonio Giovinazzi,
I wanted to put him in, but I
and
didn't.
then this one's a bit of a hear me out. But I've got Sebastian Ogier. I don't know if
The
you're familiar with my man's game.
the WRC driver.
Yeah, he's like the GOAT,
Yeah.
basically. And he's getting on a bit now. I looked, he's 41. But I just thought, why not? I feel like just
Just give him a
Sebastian Ogier, it just looks good on an Audi.
Just give him a shot. He used to.
Yeah, why not?
Am I thinking of the right? Didn't he used to race for like Citroen or something?
Yeah, he races for Toyota at the minute, but he only does part-time.
What a boy. I'm going to go with my Ford, which is my last one. And you've got...
Yeah.
Who have you got left?
Toyota, which is my favourite one that I've left. I've left this till last.
This isn't my favourite one, but this is sort of a different one. So for Ford, I've gone with Arvid Lindblad. Main stake you have to get in. And I've gone with Kalle Rovanperä. I think that's
No!
his name.
I thought I'd been so clever.
I think that's how you say his name anyway. He is the Finnish WRC driver who is, like, I think he is the youngest WRC title winner.
Yeah, he is. I'm fuming. I thought I'd been... My final team is Toyota, and I've gone for Kalle Rovanperä and Kamui Kobayashi. I mean,
Yeah, I wanted Lindblad in it, and I felt bad for not having a WRC driver in it because it's such an underrated category. And I was like, I remember a couple of months ago, I had to write, like, as part of an application for like a website, I had to write a rally piece, and I wrote about Rovanperä, and I was like, the more you look into it, the more impressive it actually is.
He's insane. The reason why I put him in, this was my first duo that I thought about. I was like, right, I'll do Toyota, I'll do Kobayashi, and I'll do Kalle Rovanperä because they both drive for them. And I saw a video that Red Bull did, maybe like, it's probably about a year ago now, and they put Rovanperä in one of Max's cars, I think 2018 car, around Austria. And he just looked really good. I mean, obviously they edited it, so I don't know how good he actually was, but I was just like, that's wicked.
Well, Formula 1 and WRC sort of, they cross into each other, don't they? Like, Kimi did it, Valtteri's done quite a few rally things, he's been usually quite good at it.
Kubica.
Kubica did obviously a lot of it.
They do.
I wish we could. I wish we should have done past and present because I wanted to put Colin McRae or like Peter Solberg.
Yeah. Do you see his son won the other day? First win.
Yeah, Oliver. He did. He used to do, if I'm right in saying, he started off doing rallycross because Peter Solberg finished his career doing rallycross. I used to love watching rallycross.
I love rally. It is so underrated, and the fan base is just shocking. There's like barely any fans.
It's really easy. It's apparently really easy and really cheap. Do you remember when there used to be the Rally of Wales?
There was the Welsh Rally. It was massive as well.
Yeah, they've started one. There's the Rally Ceredigion now, which is like North Wales, so no one can go to it.
But I don't think WRC go to that.
No, it's the I think they went to it this year. It's usually the European rallying. Rally Ceredigion, WRC.
Because I mean, one of the best rally drivers at the minute is Welsh. So
Elfyn Evans, his name, isn't it?
Yeah, it would make sense.
The European Rally Championship went to it. So it's like the feeder series sort of thing.
Very underrated series. And Kalle Rovanperä is like a A-class driver. He's one of those that I think he could... I'm not saying he'll be an F1, he won't. But he could go to another discipline of racing and I think he'd do okay.
Yeah, rally drivers I don't think they'd fit into sort of the style of F1 because it's like, not some stupid, it is completely different machinery from a standard like road cockpit sort of car straight into a single seater. So like sports car racing or endurance racing could potentially be like another thing for them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've really enjoyed that segment. That was class.
We'll do more of that because those like sort of fantasy grids. I did one before my TikTok and I did like a celebrity F1 grid. I asked ChatGPT to do it and some of the things came up was mental. But no, that's our push to pass top tip. Go watch Rally and Rallycross.
Definitely.
No one does. And it's going up. But that is all we have time for today on the Push Pass F1 podcast. We are sorry we missed last week. We know you all hated it and your lives were ruined, the fact you had no Reef in your life. But we hope you have enjoyed. There'll be more of these sort of special episodes coming out over the next few weeks because we are entering and getting closer to the summer break. So I hope you have enjoyed, and Reef hopes you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button and drop us a subscribe. It hugely helps. If you're listening on Spotify, drop us a 5-star and a follow. It's hugely appreciated. I have been Max.
I've been Reef.
And this has been the Push to Pass F1 podcast.